Okay, boys and girls. Well, today in math we are going to learn about something new. But before we jump into something new, I want to review what we've been working on. We've been talking about place value. Place value. So let me bring up my review slide here. Okay. So here I have a 2-digit number. Remember that numbers are made out of digits. Each number has digits. This is a 2-digit number. Sometimes there's 3-digit numbers or 4-digit numbers. In first grade, we are just working on 2-digit numbers. So let's look at this 2-digit number 47. We learned that 2-digit numbers have a ones place, and a tens place. So the 7 is in the ones place, right? 7 is in the ones place, and the 4 is in the tens place. So each digit has its own place in a number, right? Well, today we're going to look at a different way to see numbers. We see them this way, 47 right now, with a ones place and a tens place. But today we're going to stretch out numbers. I want you to think of a slinky. How many of you have ever played with a slinky before? Give me a green check mark if you've ever played with a slinky. How many of you have ever played with a slinky? Give me a green check mark. It's okay if you haven't.
Fine.
It's okay if you haven't. Awesome. Have a microphone unless I Okay, good. I see a few of you have played with slinkies before. Well, a slinky looks like this. And what's really fun about slinkies is that you can hold like each end in your hand and they kind of bounce up and down. You can put them on stairs and they'll kind of walk down the stairs. But what's so cool and what makes slinkies work is that they stretch out. And so we're going to think about numbers in that same way. We can stretch out numbers and then bring them back together. Okay? So a slinky starts out like this, right? It's all stacked together. When you pull it out of the box, that's what it looks like when it's not stretched out. But when we stretch it, it goes like this, right? There's a picture of what it looks like when it's stretched out. So in the same way, a number can be stretched. So when it's together, kind of like when a slinky starts out, it's like this. Here's the number 38. 38. And we call that standard form. You don't need to know that, but it's just in its basic standard form. It means that we didn't do anything to it. The number 38 is made up of 2 digits, 3 and 8, and they're together like that to make the number 38. Okay? But when we want to stretch it out like a slinky, we're going to expand it. Expanding means to stretch. Expand means to stretch. Can everybody say expand? And do this when you do it. Expand. Expand. That's what we're going to do with the numbers. We're going to expand them. So when we expand a number, instead of saying 38 like that, this is what it's going to look like. See how it's stretched out? It says 30 plus 8 equals 38. We stretched out that number. It's still the same number. We just stretched it out. Cool. Alessa said she used to have a rainbow slinky. That's what my screen is because I've had a rainbow slinky too. Okay, Lamar.
Kinds of colors, slinkies.
Okay, Audrey, you can take that. Don't interrupt. Okay. So we have standard form here, and then when we expand it, we stretch out that number. So we're going to do a lot of practice with this in the next few days, and you're doing it in your lesson plans. But we stretched out that number 38 to be longer. So let's do the number 47. We're going to write 47 in expanded form. Very cool, Mary. Okay. So when you write a number in expanded form, you take the amount in the tens and add it to the amount in the ones place. So let's look at the number 47. I used place value blocks, or I call those place value blocks right here. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40. I put 4 tens because in the number 47, you can see I have a 4 in the tens place. So I put 4 tens here. And then I have a 7 in the ones place. So I put 7 ones here. So I have 4 plus 7 equals 47. But I didn't write 4 plus 7. I have 4 tens. But when I have 4 tens, what does that really mean it is? What is the value of those 4 tens? I say value because what is it worth? If I'm holding 4 tens in my hand, what does it really mean I have? What is the value? If I have 4 tens in my hand, I have 10, 20, 30, 40. The value of 4 tens is 40. So I'm going to write 40 here. That is the value of the tens. I have 4 of them, but if I skip count like I do when I'm in the tens place, I see I have 40. 10, 20, 30, 40 is the value of those tens. So 47 in expanded form is going to be 40 plus, I use that plus sign, 7, my 7 ones. And when I put those together, I get 47. 40 plus 7 is 47. What do you think about that? Can you see how I stretched out my number, boys and girls? Let's try another one. We're going to keep practicing. Let's see how we do. Are you ready? Let's write 52 in expanded form. Why don't you get out your journals and a pencil? And when you have your journal and a pencil, give me a green check mark. We're going to do this one in our journals together. Get out your math journal and a pencil. Math journal and a pencil. Give me a green check mark when you're ready. Gabriel, mute your microphone, please. Shouldn't be turning on our microphone. Gabriel, mute your microphone. Thank you. Okay. Still don't have green check marks from everybody. Give me a green check mark when you have your math journal and a pencil. Show me you're ready. Quickly, quickly, boys and girls. You should have your journals right there. Shouldn't take long to get your math journal and pencil. Come to class prepared. You're in school. You need to be ready. Okay. Well, I'm going to move on because I can't wait too long. We'll waste a lot of time in class. So those of you who are ready, Gabriel, no thank you. If that happens again, you will be removed from class. We can't shout out like that. Okay. So let's practice. I want to write 52 in expanded form. So I showed it to you in pictures. I put 5 in the tens place. Look here. See how I have 5 in the tens place? We know that this is the tens place and this is the ones place. So I put 5 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my 2 ones right here. Now I want to write this in expanded form. So let's think about what the value of my tens is. I see I have 5 tens, but it's not worth 5. What are 5 tens worth? Write it in your journal. What is the value, we call it? What is it worth? What is 5 tens really? Write it in your journal. Okay, now I want you to put a plus sign. Remember what a plus sign looks like. We learned this in kindergarten. Plus sign. Okay? And then I want you to write the value of the ones. How many ones do we have? Okay, let's see what we had. I should have 50 plus 2, and it equals 52. I have 5 tens, but the value is 50 because I skipped count by tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I skip count by tens because I'm in the tens place. So I have 50 plus 2. These are just ones, so I don't skip count. I just say 1, 2, plus 2. So 50 plus 2 equals 52. If you didn't write it like that in your journal, write it now. 50 plus 2 equals 52. That is my stretched out version of 52. We call it expanded form. I'm expanding it. I'm stretching it. Stretching out that number. Let's try another one, okay? Let's try another one. I want you to use your journal again, just like we did with this one. We're going to write the number 36 in expanded form, or stretched out form, we call it. So I put it in my tens chart, and I can see because I have 3 in the tens place, I put 3 tens here. 1, 2, 3. And then I have 6 ones, so I put 6 ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. How would I write that in expanded form? I'm going to start by writing the value of the tens. The value of the tens. It's not 3. What is the value of that tens? Write it in your journal. Remember, I'm in the tens place, so I'm going to skip count by tens. What is the value of my tens here? Write it in your journal, and then put that plus sign and add the ones. Put it in your journal. What does it equal? I'm going to add my tens, the value of my tens, plus the value of my ones to get my number. So I can see the number 36 in expanded form is going to be 30 plus 6 equals 36. 10, 20, 30. The value of my tens is 30. Value of my tens is 30, not 3. That's in the ones place. My value of the tens is 30. So 30 plus my 6 ones equals 36. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's easy? Give me a green check mark. Do you think it's a little tough? Give me a red X. There is no right or wrong answer. You can give me any answer you want. You can say it's easy or you think it's hard. What do you think? Give me a green check mark if you think, I could do this. Or a red X if you think, oh, I need some more practice. This is tough. There's no right or wrong answer, and only I see your answer, so you can tell me whatever you want. Okay. Good. I'm glad to see that you guys like doing this. Let's do some more stretched out numbers. Let's practice with the number 28. The number 28. So I see the number 2 is in my tens place, and the number 8 is in my ones place. So I put 2 tens here because I have 2 tens. Well, what is the value of those tens? Write that first. What is the value of those tens? Write it in your journal. Okay, now write the value of your ones. Make sure you put the plus sign in between your tens and your ones because we're adding them together. Add the tens plus the ones and you get your number. So what is the value of your tens plus the value of your ones? How many ones are there? Equals what? Let's look at what Mrs. Cocker has. I have 20 plus 8 equals 28. I stretched out the number 28 to have the value of my tens, which is 10, 20, plus the value of my ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to get 28. It's my stretched out expanded number. Let's do another one. You guys are doing awesome. And if you don't get it right in your journal, just fix it, okay? There is no, you don't have to get it right the first time. You can always fix your journal if you want to fix it, okay? Let's try a new one, 73. Let's write 73 in expanded form. So you can see I put 7 tens in here because I have a 7 in the tens place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I squeezed them in there. And then I have 3 ones, 1, 2, 3. So let's write 73 in expanded form. Do it in your journal. First, write the value of the tens. It's not 7. What do I need to do? What is the value of my tens? You can help me out. What is the value of my tens? What number am I going to write first? What number am I going to write first when I stretch out this number? Mary.
$70.
You are right, Mary. It is 70 because I have 7 tens and I skip count by tens here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 70 is the value of my tens place. And then I add the ones, so I get 70 plus 3 equals 73. Okay, 70 plus 3 equals 73. I stretched out that number. Good job, boys and girls. Let's try another one. How about 55? I have my 5 in my tens and 5 in my ones. But even though it's the same digit, they have a different value. My 5 in the tens place is not the same value as my 5 in the ones place. Go ahead and try to stretch that number 55 out into expanded form. Stretch that number out, write it in your journal. Okay, good job, boys and girls. So I see the number 55 here. But the 5 in my ones place is worth a different amount than the 5 in the tens place. Even though they're the same digit, they are worth a different amount. So my 5 in the tens place is worth 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The 5 in the tens place is worth 50. The 5 in the ones place is just worth 5. Do you see why? Do you see why? Give me a green check mark if you see why the 5 in the tens place is 50, but the 5 in the ones place is only worth 5. Do you see why we did that? Give me a green check mark. Okay. They're the same number, but look how this is different. Let me show you with some base tens off. So I have, hold on. Okay. Sometimes it's hard for me to, okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cubes. It is different, boys and girls, than these 5. Do you see how these are different? They're not the same. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The value of my tens, my 5 tens is 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The value of my 5 ones is only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50 plus 5 equals 55. Altogether, it's 55. This is different than this. This is a value of 1, and this is a value of 10. That is why the 5s are different values in this number. It's different in the tens place than it is in the ones place. Okay? I hope that helps. Let's try another one. This is going to take a lot of practice. It's okay. Let's do another one. How about 61? 61. I have a 6 in my tens place and a 1 in my ones place. So let's expand that number. Do it. Do it in your journal. What is the expanded form of 61? Count up the value of your tens first. Then add the value of your ones. Okay, let's look at what we have. I have 6 tens, but really 6 tens is 60, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Plus 1. That 1 is just worth 1. It equals 61. 60 plus 1 equals 61. Did you write that in your journal? Do you have this stretched out number in your journal? 60 plus 1 equals 61. Good. Let's keep going. I have a few more and then we'll be done. You guys are doing awesome. Here's one that's a little bit different. Let's write the number 30 in expanded form. I have a 3 in the tens place and a 0 in the ones place. So I'm going to put 10, 20, 30. My value of the tens place is 30. What's the value of my ones place? What's the value of the ones? You're right, boys and girls. I see you guys typing it to me. It's 0. So I have 30 plus 0 equals 30. I might have 0 ones, and that's okay because I have only tens in the number 30. There are no ones. So I'm going to write 10, 20, 30 plus 0. I still put that 0 there because there are none. There are no ones. 30 plus 0 equals 30. Did you get that one right? That one was a little tricky because we've never done that one. One with 0 in the ones place before. That's okay. If you didn't get it, we're going to do another one. We'll get to another one. Let's do the number 12. It's a little bit smaller of a number. Can you expand the number 12? Let's stretch out the number 12. Good job, Lola. That was quick. Can you do it in your journal, boys and girls? Let me see it in your journal. At the end of class, I'll let you guys hold up your journal so I can see all your hard work during class today. Put it in your journal. How many 10s do I have? I see a 1 in the 10s place and a 2 in the 1s place. So I put a 10 here, 110, just one. What's the value of that 110? It's 10. And what's the value of the 1s? I have 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. I just stretched out that number so that I add the 10s and the 1s. 10 plus 2 equals 1, or 10 plus 2 equals 12. Okay, boys and girls, I think I have one more. Actually, I have two more. So let's do this number 40. Here's another one that has nothing in the ones place. I have 4 in the tens place and 0 in the ones place. So let's stretch out the number 40 into expanded form. Can you do it for me? Do it in your journal, okay? And I'll let you all show me your journals at the end of class. I want you writing in your journal. So stretch out that number 40. How many tens do I have? What is the value? What is my tens worth? I call it value. What is it worth? I have 10, 20, 30, 40. Do I have any ones? But I still have to write the ones. I have to put a 0 there. So I'm going to write 40 plus 0 equals 40. Even though that I didn't write a number here, well, 0 is a digit, right? 0 is a digit, so I still am going to write it even though it's 0, it's not worth anything. It's still a digit that I need to write, okay? 0 has a value of 0. Let's try one more like that. I know sometimes first graders like to just say, well, it's a 0, so I'm not going to write it. We still have to write it. Let's try one more like that, okay? How about 90? Ooh, I stretched all those 10s in there. I stuck them all in really tight. What is the expanded form of 90? Stretch out that number. Write it in your journal. Stretch it out. No, look again, Lola. What is the value of my 10s? It's not worth 9. It's not worth 9. 9 plus 0 is 9. If I have 9 of something and I give you 0 more, you still have 9. It's not 9. What is the value of my 10s here? I'm going to skip count, remember, because I'm in my 10s place. Let's do it together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The value of my 9 10s is really 90. So I'm going to write 90 plus 0. There are no ones, so I write 90 plus 0 equals 90. If I have 90 of something and I give you 0, you still have 90, right? If I have 9 of something and I give you 0, you only have 9. It's not the same number. Okay? So I'm always going to write the value of my 10s. 90 plus 0 equals 90. That is my last one I have for you guys. Whew, that was hard. That is something different that we've never done before. Do you guys feel smart that you were able to do expanded form? As you guys get older, you're going to do expanded form for bigger numbers. So if we can do it with 2-digit numbers, you'll keep stretching and stretching and stretching until you get really long slinkies when you're older. Really long expanded forms. So I want you to keep practicing in your lesson plans. I want to see